The Broncos baseball team opened back-to-back doubleheaders Friday night against the Northwestern Red Raiders. Hastings sent sophomore ace Will Reynolds to the mound for Game 1, and Reynolds was in control throughout, striking out 8. Reynolds also benefited from quality glove work from his defense and timely hitting from the order. Hastings got an 8-0 victory with Reynolds going the distance for the shutout. Game 2 saw Andrew Kuda on the bump for HC, and while he did have signs of command, the Red Raiders got to him early, jumping out to a 4-0 lead. The Bronco defense remained strong for the second game, but mistakes kept Hastings from keeping their scoring consistent. The Broncos put up a fight, but ultimately fell to Northwestern 6-5. The Broncos were back in action the next afternoon against Dort, and again they had to fight for a victory. The batters faced tough competition in Dort starter Connor Hopkins, but ultimately scored 5 unanswered runs after giving up 3 early scores. Starter Garrett Catron was taken out in the 6th, and on came Xander Schmidt, who put out the fire and earned the save. In Game 2, the Bronco bats exploded for 11 runs as they cruised to an 11-4 blowout victory. Finally, the Broncos had a non-conference matchup with Kansas Wesleyan on Tuesday, which saw Nick Schumann getting the nod for Hastings. The offense struggled to make solid contact against Coyote starter Tyler Huffstickler, but they did take advantage of his erratic control, using walks, passed balls, and productive outs to score 3 runs despite having no hits. Hastings finally got some hits and more runs on the board, but a Dustin Stokes home run kickstarted a massive offensive inning, and KWU ultimately won 16-7. Coming out of the non-conference loss, head coach Steve Spongberg said that he's liked the steps his team has taken in recent weeks.
Tonight certainly wasn't as good a game as we'd like to have, but we have been playing better, and I think the big thing's been our offense. I think over the last 2 weeks, or about 10-12 games, we've started to hit the ball better.
Indeed, since their March 22nd win against Oberlin College, the Broncos have outscored their opponents 102-52. They'll need to keep up those tendencies as they face a tough couple of weekends on the road.
So we got 2 weekends in a row in the conference on the road against 4 teams that are very good, and that's going to give us 8 games. So
the next home game for the Broncos will be April 20th against Grace University. For HC Media, this is Sam Bennett reporting.